Hello Year 9 and welcome to a quick loom, just summarising sort of what GCSE dance is and what you will be doing on the course if you choose to choose it. So GCSE dance, what is it and what do you get out of it? If I can get on to the next slide. So you will study a range of dance styles and different fusions. There is 3 sections to the course. They are performance, choreography and dance appreciation. So throughout this you will study what makes up a dance and what are the different movements and the different appreciations within dance. So it's not just about performing. You sort of study different dances and appreciate the different aspects of a dance within them. As well as this, you will have an opportunity to show your creative, intellectual, physical and emotional capacity through different dances, through creating your own dances and through performing them. So that's just sort of an overview and a summary of what GCSE dance is about, really. So why should you study dance? So if you're quite practically minded, then dance might be something for you to consider. It is a very practical subject. Obviously, there's a lot of performing in front of other people, and there is a lot of performing within lessons. So, doing dances, practicing dances, that type of thing. You will learn to think creatively with an aesthetic appreciation for movement patterns. As I briefly touched on a minute ago, we analyse dances in the theory side of things. So we sort of look at why a specific dance might have portrayed that type of emotion. What were they trying to give out to the audience? Why have they chosen that backdrop? Why have they chosen this, that? So we evaluate and assess a dance and then sort of look at the why and the how have they done that. So it's more than just looking at a dance. We evaluate it and we assess it. You will also develop your teamwork, communication, creativity and problem solving skills. So obviously this will help you become quite a well-rounded person. There is quite a lot of leadership as well, which I haven't written on there, but there is quite a lot of leadership within dance. Obviously you create a dance for people and then for people in your class, and then they have to perform your dance, so you have to lead them to perform the dance and be able to have that confidence and the ability to teach others how to perform your dance that you have created. So there's quite a lot of leadership and confidence comes with that as well, because you are going to be performing in front of a lot of your class a lot, and you need to be confident in what you're doing. So that's another positive. Be able to evaluate performances based on technical, emotional and physical skills. So as I said earlier, we will be evaluating quite a lot of dances, so to be able to look at them through the lens of technical skills, emotional skills and physical skills is quite important. So not just looking at the movement and identifying what the movement is, what's the emotion behind that and what's the technical demands of that. So it's quite in-depth as to why they've chosen that movement. If we are looking forward to sort of why you should study GCSE dance, if you are looking to do A-level dance, BTEC dance or dance and music performance in further education, then GCSE dance is definitely something for you to consider, because it will give you the foundation knowledge to allow you to go on to further education within dance. So obviously you can't move on to that next step unless you've got the baseline knowledge. So it's quite important if you're looking to do one of them that you consider GCSE dance, because it gives you the foundations that you will need for that. So just moving on quickly to the big question of how you will be assessed. So this is a bit of an overview. What I'm going to do in a minute is go through each section and give you an overview in a little bit more detail as to what each section is. So the assessment is split into 3. 30% of the assessment is based on your performance as an individual. 30% is based on your ability to be able to choreograph something, so be able to choreograph a dance for other people to perform. As I say, that links with the leadership that I said earlier. So you'll choreograph something and then you'll have to lead, you'll have to show them how to do what you've created, and then you have to have the ability to be able to lead them in so that they are performing your dance correctly. And then the final section, which is the largest chunk, 40%, which is dance appreciation. And this is sort of the theory side of things. So this is the exam-based stuff, really, that allows us to evaluate and analyse different dances that we will study. So just moving on quickly to how what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through each section just so you've got a bit more in-depth knowledge of what is within each section. Sorry. So within the performance section, which I said earlier is 30%, students, so you will learn 2 set solos, which have been chosen for you, and they will be performed and videoed to be assessed by an external examiner. So you will be given 2 set solos, 2 solos that you will have to perform on your own. These will then be videoed and then sent off to somebody else who will assess them, and assess your practical ability to perform those solos. Okay, so as I say, they're chosen by the exam board. We don't choose the solos that you do, the dances that you do, but you have to. So you will be asked to perform those solos as and when. In addition to this, within the performance section, students will also be. You will also create your own performance trio. Okay, so working with your teacher, you will be asked to create your own performance based on sort of the dances that have been chosen from the exam board. So that's the performance section. That's the practical section of the course. So that, as I said, that's 30%, and it's based on your performance and your ability to be able to perform a dance. Okay. Okay. So the next section is the choreography. This is worth 30% as well, so the same amount as the performance section. So what happens is students, you will be given a exam paper with a set range of ideas. These can range from anything really, so it just depends on what the examiner has chosen for that year. From those ideas, what you will do is you will choose one, and that will be your idea. Okay, and then once you've done that, you'll choose it, and then you will have to create your own dance off of the back of that. So, for example, it might be that you've chosen to select a range of ideas based on an emotion, and therefore you would have to think about the actions that you would put into that dance, the space, what space would you use, what dynamics, what relationships would you want within that dance. You would then have to choreograph a dance for a set amount of time and then teach it to a group of students who would then perform it. So that's sort of the choreography side of things. The final section is dance appreciation, which is 40%, and this is the exam-based stuff. So you will discuss the practical elements of what you have performed above. So, talk about the process. Why did you choreograph this way? How did you develop your dance? What's your understanding of what you've created? And sort of explore and explain the ideas that you've created in your dance. So you need to be able to justify them and explain why you've chosen that instead of something else. In addition to this, you will also be asked about 6 set dance works that will be studied throughout the year. Throughout the 2 years. So throughout the 2 years, we will study in detail 6 different types of dances, and you will be asked exam questions based on those 6 dance studies that we have studied together. So you will explore them practically and you will explore them theoretically. So the questions will be based on sort of like why did that movement happen? What were they trying to portray? And all of that. So we will study them in quite some depth, and then your exam will be based on those 6 set dance works that we will have already studied. So just moving on quickly to the last slide, what skills and qualities will I need if you want to study dance? What skills and qualities will we require? So if you would like to study dance, you will need to have had previous experience of studying and or performing dance and be comfortable performing in front of an audience. Okay, this is really important that you've had some sort of experience performing and or studying dance. Obviously it is performance based, so you need to be able to perform in front of an audience, because that's what sort of every practical lesson will be based on. So yeah, some previous experience of dance that allows you to feel confident and gives you sort of that foundation knowledge to be able to study the course and move quickly through the content. So we also ask that you are creative. Obviously you're going to be creating your own dances for other people to perform, so you need to have that sort of intuition to be able to come up with something and create something that's going to be aesthetically pleasing for other people to watch. This course is perfect for anyone, as I said earlier, that studies dance outside of school and is passionate about dance. And just recapping really on all of the other points, a solid understanding and experience of dance is required, obviously, because we're going to be moving through the course practically and theoretically. So it's important that you've got that base of understanding of dance in the first place. So yes, hopefully. Okay, so that's it from me really. That hopefully I've given you a bit of an overview of what GCSE dance is about. If obviously you've got any questions, please just email me or come and find me at school, and I will do my very best to answer them. I hope it's given you a quick overview of what the course is, and yeah, as I say, any questions, just let me know. Okay, thank you.